Hello, we're here today at Holbury Lakes to introduce you to our new fly line range. The fly line range is from Target Fly and it's called the Ice Fly Line Collection. We've called it Ice because we want to try and promote a much slicker, smoother and cooler fly line than people have had in the past. Our fly lines that we're introducing, we've got the Ice Blue. You'll see from the coloration against my top that it's a very, very pale sky blue. The reason for this is so that it doesn't show up against a bright sky when you're fishing in clear water. Therefore, it doesn't spook fish by flashing and giving off unusual colours. Much more natural, very natural colour with a 44-foot head and a white running line. The reason for the white running line is so that you can see where the head meets the running line and therefore makes it easier to aerialise the head and shoot the line from that point. Having used this line on chalk streams in extremely bright conditions, I find that you are much less liable to spook the fish and therefore you get much more fishing time, which is probably the greatest benefit to this line. Now we'll look at the Ice Caramel. You'll notice that it's a very, very natural, earthy sort of colour, which again is all about trying to blend in with nature a bit and make it simpler to fish without spooking. You've got the caramel head and you've got the white running line so that you can see the point that the head finishes, the running line starts, and it makes it easier to cast. One of the benefits with this is if you're fishing a lake, it does give you a clear indication as an experienced angler of takes, but it looks so natural on the water. Now we come to I think, one of our best innovations, and this is the Ice Cadet. Now the benefit with the Ice Cadet is it's a very high visibility head, very easy to spot. It's easy to see where the head finishes and the line starts. This has a much shorter head than the other two lines. The reason for that is to make it very simple for beginners and youngsters to aerialise the head and shoot the line to cast good distance with minimum effort. And I think that's the greatest benefit. It's a good teaching line and it works very, very well for achieving success easily. Finally, our fourth fly line is what we call a midge tip. Neutral density head of 7 foot, which is in the natural colour of the polymer coating for the line. This changes colour and becomes caramel, and the rest of the line is caramel. This is an ideal line for keeping your flies at about 6 inches to a foot below the surface, where quite often patrolling fish are taking nymphs rather than taking on the surface. By having that short section that sinks below the surface, it maintains a straight and even pull, which I think is much more important as far as fishing in certain circumstances. So that's the lines. We've been fortunate to have met up with Jim and his son Tom, and they've had chance to test and play with both the Ice Caramel and the Ice Cadet fly lines, and I'll let them tell you what their thoughts are.
I personally started off with the Caramel, and I used that on the 9-foot 5-weight. Yeah, it was a nice line. It's a good length head on it. It's quite handy having the changing colour, because then you know you've got enough line out and it's time to just let it go and shoot. So that was quite good on that one. Tom had a go on the Ice Cadet. Yeah, and that was amazing, because we were sat with George, and to see the difference in his casting from when he started on that to when he finished up, it was incredible. I mean, we were watching and that line was just popping out, wasn't it, and landing ever so gently. Did it feel different to the other line that you've got?
A lot lighter.
Lighter, was it? Mm-hmm. So that was good. And then I had a go on the Cadet, and that was awesome actually. I really enjoyed that. That would be my go-to line for here, to be honest.